So today, Mindful Mondays are all about you and me having a chance to practice a mindfulness exercise together. So whether you're watching live or on the replay, it's great to have you here. I hope that you enjoy it. Hope that you take something from it. And I would love it if you would leave a comment or a like so that I know that you have really engaged with it. And especially if there's something that you're thinking that you want to see on these sessions, or there's questions that you want to ask, please let me know, because it does help me shape what videos we have in these sessions, what practices that we do. So your first step is to find a comfortable position that is going to allow you to be a part of this practice. So it may be that you choose to be seated, or if you want to lay down, if you're near a bed or a comfortable looking floor or a couch, you can lay down, you can stretch out your body and you can really feel yourself breathing. That's absolutely fine, whatever feels right for you. So when you've found a comfortable position that feels right for you, I'm going to invite you just to close your eyes. So it's entirely up to you. If you feel comfortable and you feel safe to close your eyes where you are, then it's going to help you just to block out the sense that we use most naturally and regularly, and to focus on going kind of inward. If not, then perhaps just rest your gaze on the floor. Sorry about that brief pause. So as I said, I just invite you to close your eyes if it feels comfortable and it feels right for you to do so, and allowing your eyes to close. It's entirely up to you. If it doesn't feel safe or right, then perhaps just resting your gaze lightly on the floor or the ceiling in front of you, or doing a kind of a half close. Whatever it is that feels right for you. It can be comfortable, it can be helpful when we practice meditation, when we practice mindfulness, to close our eyes, to help us just block out the sense that we use most often to be in the world with, to understand the world with. We're just going to let that go. We're going to turn our attention inwards. So we're going to start just by seeing if we can become aware of what's going on for you right now. What do you bring into this session? What thoughts, what feelings, what emotions, what's going on in your body? Just becoming aware of it. So this is kind of like taking a register. So with taking a register, we wouldn't necessarily go and explore every thought or feeling, but we just notice it's there. Just tick it off. So perhaps noticing thoughts of the day or the evening to come, or what am I doing, or I don't have time for this, or whatever it is that comes to mind, just becoming aware of it. If at any point you notice that your mind has kind of wandered off with some of the thoughts, perhaps they're strong, perhaps they're powerful, perhaps they draw you in like a giant magnet. When you feel ready, what we're going to do is take our attention and let it rest on an anchor back to the present moment. So anchors are usually a way of interacting with the world that uses our senses. So it could be noticing sounds, noticing a sense of touch, perhaps our feet on the floor. It could be a sense of taste or smell, if those are strong wherever you are right now. Or it could be your breath. So as we talk as we go through this, I'm going to talk as though we're using the breath or the feet on the floor, but you choose whatever anchor is right for you in this moment. So as we tune into our anchor, we are just simply becoming aware of it. So becoming aware of your breath, perhaps by noticing the place that the breath enters your body. Perhaps that's the gateways of the nose or the mouth. Seeing if you can tune into the movement of the breath. Tracking it as it makes its way through your body and leaves. Perhaps seeing if you can tune in and notice every muscle that is involved in the breath. Movement of your belly, your chest, your shoulders. Or if you've chosen to use an anchor like your feet on the floor, and seeing if you can really tune into your feet, being with them rather than thinking about them. Perhaps seeing if you can notice each toe. You might want to scrunch your toes slightly, curl them slightly, and uncurl them. You might want to apply a little bit of pressure to your feet and let go of it. Just noticing what that feels like, allowing that to be the focus of your attention. As we practice this, it's likely that your mind will wander. That's just what minds do. If you have a human mind, it will wander. It's not a sign that you're doing anything wrong. And your task is simply to notice. My mind wandered. I was on my feet and suddenly I was in a memory. Suddenly I was worried. Whatever it is, just noticing where the mind has gone. And then gently guiding your attention back to the anchor of your feet or your breath, or whatever you have chosen. Just taking a few moments now to practice being with your anchor, being with your feet or your breath or whatever you've chosen. And when the mind chooses to wander, just guiding your attention gently back. And starting again. As we rest here in awareness, just let the following questions just enter gently into your consciousness, kind of like just throwing a small pebble into a pool of water and watching it gently sink to the bottom. questions, just touch your consciousness. What is important to me about how I am in the world today? How do I want to be in the world today? What characteristics of myself would I like to practice, grow, cultivate today? Perhaps for you it's about having a present moment focus, of being here. Perhaps it's about patience or focus, being able to really focus on what you're doing. Whatever it is, just noticing what it is that comes up for you. Let's take a moment now to use our mind's eye, this amazing ability that we have to picture things without our eyes, picture them in our mind. Just see if you can go back to a memory of a time or a moment where you have been something of that characteristic, maybe a moment of patience, if that's what you chose, or a moment of focus, if that's what you chose, or a moment of being productive, if that's what it was. Just tuning into that memory in your mind's eye, see if you can really see it, the colours, the shapes, what was around you. See it as though from your eyes in that moment. What could you see? And allow this vision just to become a bit more vivid by just seeing if you can also notice in that moment where you were a little bit of that characteristic. What could you hear? Is there anything that you could smell or taste? What was it like in your body to notice that you had been that person, that characteristic in that moment? Just making it as vivid as you can. Moment, we're going to start the process of coming back to the world around us. We're going to start just by tuning in to the here and now, to any points of contact between you, the floor, the chair, the bed, whatever it is that's supporting you. Noticing the touch of your feet on the floor or your heels on the bed, your legs, feeling of the seat connecting with your body, the back, any points where it's being supported. Perhaps even noticing the feeling of your clothes wrapped around you. Or even feeling of air on your skin. Widening your senses slightly. See if you can notice any sounds that might be coming to your ears in this moment. See if you can notice any sounds that might be coming to your ears in this moment. Any sense of smell coming to your nose. Any sense of taste in your mouth. Just resting here in awareness of any sense of touch, sound, taste or smell. Until the sound of the bells. When we hear the bells, just gradually allowing our eyes to open. Seeing if we can bring the same mindful awareness to what we can see. When you're ready, in your own time, just gradually opening your eyes and seeing if you can bring a quality that we often call beginner's mind. So beginner's mind is kind of like the quality of taking a dog for a walk or a young child to something new. That quality of this is the first time I've ever seen this. See if you can look around the space that you're in and notice something that you haven't seen before, something that you haven't noticed. In this way, we're just bringing our mindful awareness beyond the meditation, beyond the practice, into the next moments of our day. Let's see if we can continue that. So if you would like to know a little bit more about meditation, whether for sport or for well-being, then you can head to the website www.activemindfulness.org.uk or the Active Mindfulness YouTube channel, which is full of some great free resources that you can use to learn more about this, to practice and experience it. And please do send any questions that you have or comments, please do write them in the comment section. As I said at the start, I do plan these sessions around what you want to see. So do let me know. And I will see you next week for more Mindful Mondays.